Well, I've been wanting to do this one for a minute. The ESP M1 Tiger versus the GL-600 LTD MT. Let's check them out. Hey guys, hey gals, 40 Grit here, 40 Grit Guitars. Hey, I had this GL-600 for a while. I'm pretty sure you guys, hopefully you've seen the video with regards to how I acquired this. It was a estate sale. A gentleman passed away. I got this one, the Sunburst Tiger, and I got a Skull and Snakes, which I sold off because it really wasn't doing it for me. But I heard a lot of whispers about the comparisons on the GL-600MT versus the M1 Tiger and how they had stopped making these because there were just too many similarities and people were buying or going after these more than paying the big money for the M1 ESP Tiger. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to take them on the bench. It shouldn't be too long of a video because there's way too many comparisons, but there is one difference, and we'll go out to the bench and we'll talk about what the one difference is that I feel. Actually, two. There's two differences that I feel between the two, but we'll go out and put it on the bench and we'll get some pickup measurements and do all this stuff. I haven't touched this M1, so I'm probably going to check the action on it. The neck looked great. I checked the neck when it arrived the other day, but I haven't had a chance to set it up. So we'll go out and check it because I'll plug it in and let you guys hear everything, and then you can make the determination. The thing is just there's no comparison on these two guitars, and I always wondered about this one. I was like, well, do I really need to go buy an M1? So by the end of the video, you'll be able to answer yourself. Do I need to go buy an M1, or do I buy the M1 for 30? I paid $3,100 for the M1 a couple weeks ago, or do I pay $1,000, which is the last one that I saw what the GL-600MT sold for? Do I spend $1,000 on the MT? So let's go out and put it on the bench. Let's go out and check it out. Thanks for being here. Let's go put it on the bench and let's go check them out. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is this is probably going to be a setup video too as well on this ESP because I haven't touched it since I got it. So we'll go through this real quick, make sure everything looks good, and then we'll start comparing the two. Okay, so like on all of my setups, I always start at the headstock. One of the selling points for me was his logo. The older M1s didn't have his logo on them, so that's always a selling point for me. This is going to be an R3 nut that they have on these. There's extra shelf here, which I'm sure you can probably see. It probably could accommodate the 1 3/4, but I'm not planning on doing that because I really like the real estate that's on both sides of the on both sides of the fretboard. Let's take a quick look at the bounce on the nut, and it looks fantastic. ESP is usually like perfect on stuff. A 350 millimeter radius on the M1. This is similar to a 14-inch radius, I believe. Maple neck. It is a one piece, so you got the skunk stripe on the back, and we'll flip it over and take a look at it here in a second. But this is the Hunter pickup. The Hunter pickup is what I wanted. That's a ceramic magnet. Similar to a distortion. Supposedly it's an overwound distortion. And then the original Floyd Rose, which I'm mainly floating on this one. I haven't changed out anything on this, so it's got the original the pot that doesn't feel too tight. Whoever owned this guitar before put shallow strap locks on it. So everything looks really good. Let's flip it over and take a look at the back of it. So the serial numbers almost look like they're a sticker. That the Made in Japan surely is a sticker. The other one may not be. And it's got the ESP Signature Series, nice wide feeling neck. When I grab the GL-600MT, I feel a difference already on the neck profile, but we'll get into that. One piece neck and Godot tuners. Everything looks good on the back. Covers. I'll probably leave those on for now. I'm not going to open it up just because there's really no reason to. But paint job looks good. And let's move on to the next. I'm going to check the action on it real quick. So playing position, it is 3/64 and 4/64 on bass. I might just drop it just a little bit on the bass side just to see what that does. And I think I'll try it. I think I'll try it like that. I need to tune this thing to pitch here real quick. It's pretty close to being in tune, but I gotta get it tuned to pitch before I start playing on it. So that'll give you a better look at the headstock in case you can't see it. It's got his signature on the logo, R3 nut. Neck looks good. Frets look great. Hunter pickup, Duncan distortion, overwound, Floyd Rose, and self-explanatory on the rest. I'll flip it over, show you guys the back of it, and then we'll switch over to the 600 MT. There's your Godos. There's your signature series sticker, one piece maple. Body is surely maple, heavy. It's going to be interesting to put these on the scale to see where they're at with regards to weight. Football jack, no stripes on the back. No stripes on the back. The GL-600MT, this is the LTD. The shelf feels very similar. I surely have real estate on both sides to put something in there, put something bigger on there if I wanted to. Same radius, 350 millimeter, right around 14. There's your GL-600MT logo. And then the stripes, I think the stripes are a little fatter on this one when you compare the two. The stripes are surely fatter on this one, and they stick out a little bit more. And the paint job is very, very similar, but stripes are thicker. Original Floyd Rose, and I put a custom 5 in this one. It did have the Screaming Demon in it, and I replaced it with the EVH low friction. So let's get a measurement on the pickups. Let's see where the pickups are at. Or actually, let's flip this one over. I'll show you guys the back of this one as well. So this one has the ESP tuners, and it's made in Korea. Made in Korea. Two-piece neck on this because you have no skunk stripe on the back. And the paint job very similar as the M1, and everything is pretty close. You know, they said that these were made in the same factory from what I heard, and they didn't make a whole bunch of these. Now the modern style, the different horns, I think they made 100 of those. Those were exclusive to Sam Ash. This is not the Sam Ash exclusive, so I'm not sure how many of these GL-600s they did, but I mean they're a dead ringer for the M1. They're really close. But I did feel one similarity. We'll get to that here in a second. Now, this is the GL-600MT. This will be the custom 5. So she's reading at 14.4 on the custom 5 pickup. Switching over to the M1. The M1, this is the ceramic 16.78. So this pickup is hotter. The Hunter pickup is hotter. So let's get a weight on the M1. The M1 is at 9.2 or 9.1. And that's where I thought it was. I figured it was going to be a 9-pound guitar. So 9 pounds. The GL-600MT, very similar guitar, but lesser weight. 7.14 on this one. It's probably an alder body is what I'm thinking. That's about the right weight for alder. So I'm thinking 7.14 is alder. So alder body, maple body. Okay, so one of the biggest things on the GL-600MT is the back of the neck. Way more shoulder on the 600MT. Nuts the same, R3, and I'm sure the neck pocket's 2 1/4. With the amount of real estate that are on both sides. So I'm not going to go down a rabbit hole and get start pulling out calipers and stuff. The guitars are very similar. It's just a matter of how much money you want to spend on one versus the other. For me personally, if I only had to have one, I may go after the 600 because of the weight. I'm a weight stickler, and I can pretty much pull them out quick. So pull out the weight quick on a guitar. So let's open this one up, and I probably should have prepared a little better. This one's tuned down a half step, and I'm not changing it because I got it set up. The ESP M1 is tuned standard. So let's plug this in. You can hear the custom 5, and you'll be able to hear the Hunter pickup, which is also the Exciter. If you're after the Hunter pickup and you're like, I like to have that, you're not going to be able to find it. Duncan stopped doing it. It's now called the Exciter, which I'm sure you guys have picked up on the live stream with on the ones I've done. So. plug in the ESP and see what I should have tuned them both to flat or to standard. I apologize. Let's check out the ESP. It's probably going to sound better with the docking stuff because the docking stuff was tuned standard. All right, let's check out the M1. More C-shaped on this one, tuned standard. I apologize, probably should have tuned the same, but you'll get the idea. Ceramic magnet on this one versus the Alnico 5 on the Custom 5. I think they're both cool. Hopefully you guys picked up something today and you know that you can take away with this. The biggest thing that I wanted to get out there is there's no video on comparing these two guitars and seeing really them next to each other and see what the major differences are. You got an alder body, you got a maple body. You have a one-piece neck versus a two-piece neck. You have a difference in weight. The neck profile, very different in my opinion. You got way more shoulder on the GL-600MT versus the M1. The M1's a nice C. The GL-600MT is going to be more of a D shape. Sometimes I like a D shape. Those performance DeMartinis, for sure D shape. So it just depends on what you're grabbing for. Now, at the when it's all said and done, would I have bought the M1? Yeah, because I'm stupid like that for Lynch. But at the end of the day, if I wanted to save some money and I didn't want to spend the big money on that, I think that GL-600MT will suffice just no problem. They're both great guitars, just a matter of what you're going after. One thing I didn't talk about is shout out to my buddy Harry at Atomic Guitars. So the 6-screw was his, which I've talked about before. And then when I moved out here, I met him. He built me that one based off the 6-screw because it was his guitar. And then he built me the white one based off the 6-screw. And then about a year ago, he sold me the 6-screw. So the 6-screw was owned by Lynch at one point in time. And the white one and both the Charvels were done off the 6-screw. So kind of cool to have them all together. I broke them out. You know, it was not easy to get into a vault and get these guitars out, but I wanted to have a bunch of bangles on the wall because I think it looks cool. So anyways, thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys got something out of it. I'll see you guys on the next one. And by the way, I'll be at the NAMM show. I'll see you guys at the NAMM show. If you want to meet up at the NAMM show, send me an email, and then we can meet up at the NAMM show. Talk to you guys later. See ya.